So we're gonna move on because I'm tired of you investing with your heart, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of.
Why? Okay, but seriously, like, put on your financial analyst hat, whatever you call yourself. Why is that so ridiculous?
To invest
What
with
makes
your
you think?
heart?
But
What
why?
is it?
What other indicators are there that are fail proof? Why is this? Why is this any more or less stupid than anything else?
Um,
Seriously, I'm being
be,
serious.
yeah, because your heart makes dumb. Did you ever get in a relationship before with your heart? How many of those
I
worked
don't
out?
know. I don't know what you're talking about. So you're telling me that by using just purely your brain, that you could pick a portfolio where every stock is a success?
No, I'm saying that there's some mixture of those things, but if you pick just because of one of those things, you make stupid decisions. If you only listen to your heart because you love weed and weed is not gets extra regulated out of existence, then
Well,
congratulations, you lost all your money.
that's where you're wrong, because that's not what I'm doing. I mean, I said to begin with that I'm most afraid of the risk of picking shitty companies that embarrass me. If if Starbucks was, an oil and gas company, for example, I wouldn't pick them just because of Melody Hobson.
No, they just got caught in child labor scandal and paid their CEO 1,600 times your average employee instead. So
Granted, but she wasn't there. So I'm relying on a
that's a lot.
woman in a leadership position to change the culture there a little bit. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
This is an aside to Melody Hobson only. I suspect you're listening.
Oh, I know she's listening.
You have no pressure, but you need to change all of male-oriented
Why
thinking.
not? What else
At
do you have to do?
every place. Thanks, Melody. All right, can we move on to
Please.
the rapey shit show that is Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
which was Emma's
Oh
next
God.
Yep.
pick.
This is my pick, and I will read you the note that I wrote under it, which was, I don't know why I felt like we should probably talk about it. And that is my entire reason. I mostly want to hear what you guys think
Okay, about Airbnb.
about Airbnb because it IPO'd today, like I told you it would. And it
what's the
has
anchor there?
so many issues that I don't even know where to start with all of Airbnb's issues. But is it worth what they said it was worth? I don't know.
Damien, do you want to talk about this first, or shall I?
No, you should, because you've done the requisite research.
So, Emma, you have a penchant for picking some of the shittiest governance situations that I can possibly think of. Airbnb, not different. Get outside of the media reports of rapes and assaults in the properties themselves and how they
So
can't
put
really
that
police
aside.
that.
You want me to put that
We're just
aside?
going to put that over to one side, okay?
Okay. I'll put it in the rape pile over here.
Great.
We'll come back to that maybe. First of all, they're one of the few companies I've ever seen that issues 4 kinds of stock.
That's 4 different ways of effing the investor.
Not 2 or even 3, but Palantir level 4 kinds of stock.
Yeah.
A,
Because they can, Matt. Because they can.
because they can. A, B, C, and H shares. They didn't. They just skipped D. They didn't even do D.
Yeah, what's up
D, E,
with
F,
that?
G. F all those. We're going right to H.
If anybody who's listening knows about that, can you tell me? Will you call me?
I
want
wanna
to know
know
why.
how
Why do they skip over those letters and go to H? What is that about?
Why do they bother calling it A, B, C? Why not just pick the letters you like? Q and J and maybe a couple letters in a row. The executives of Airbnb own 44% of the Class B shares, which have 20 times the voting rights of every normal investor. So you have no rights. It's a fake public company. There's no point in considering yourself a shareholder because you just bought hopey changey future is really all you bought. And one of the people who owns some of those B shares is an all-time favorite board member of ours, Ann Mather. Ann Mather, the token female tech board member, owns B shares. So she gets to vote. Congratulations to Anne. That feels like a bigger win than Melody Hobson because Anne actually has more influence over her company than Melody Hobson does. That's the beginning of the governance problems. I'm not sure how I know it's a hot stock right now, but I'm not sure how you land on a company that makes a modest profit, barely, and just started making it with no shareholder rights. And then if we go to our rapey pile and bring back the fact that there's a rapey assaulty problem, how you invest in that?
Agreed.
Yeah, go ahead, Emma. Is that it?
I think that's it, Damien. Unless are you gonna fight for the buy? Because Emma's not even fighting for her own.
No, I mean
stock.
I say no. I hate that pick. Who picked that?
My problems with Airbnb aren't. You didn't even list my problems with it. So yeah. So I don't even need to. I don't even need to say what I
want.
think
One
about.
of your problems. Is it your heart? Does it hurt your heart?
No,
Can I guess your problem?
Yeah, go ahead.
My guess as to what Damien's problem is that Airbnb is a huge contributor to gentrification. Was that right?
Yeah, I mean it's not just gentrification. Yeah, I guess if you
Starbucks isn't.
Okay, Starbucks has nothing to do with it. They're just drug dealers. Who cares? Yeah, it's the way they've messed up like rent and real estate and yeah, and look, I come as you guys pointed out, I come from a blue collar city, so it you can see the effect it has in a place like this.